So, hello everybody. It is a beautiful morning here. And you know what? We've had some amazing rain come through. Much needed rain. Things are flowering, things are growing amazing. Oh, something is blooming that smells really amazing. I think it's the sky squash. Oh, you can just smell it's permeating the air. But anyway, right here, I'm out this morning hunting hunting for cars going down the road. No. It's another one. Hang on. Hunting for some cucumbers. But I don't really grow cucumbers. So I thought I'd make this quick little video for you guys. Everybody loves cucumbers. But the slight issue is cucumbers can be a pain to grow. There's tons of diseases that bother them. Their bugs destroy them. The pickler worms, the cucumber beetles, fungus. There's so much that really destroys cucumbers. And I'm just going to pan around for a while. I'm yakking away. There is. And they really don't like the heat. Unless you're putting tons of water into them and they have good soil, cucumbers can be a real pain to grow. But it's all right. Me being a Central Florida gardener, I have found two plants that replace cucumbers 100%. But guess what? They taste just like cucumbers, though they may not look like them. And I'm out here this morning hunting for some. And let's start with these right here, of course. These are the West Indian burr gherkins, okay? They don't look like cucumbers. You can see the leaves on them. They look more like watermelons, honestly. And even though they're related to cucumbers, they act more like watermelons. They are extremely vigorous. I mean, this is a giant patch of them, guys, okay? And they're heading that way. They're eating the fence. They're everywhere. This was two plants. Two plants. Two plants. Two seeds came up when I planted these a couple months ago. And they have just, I don't even know where the plants are anymore. They're planted right here somewhere. And they've just branched out and grown. And they're just everywhere. They are loaded with flowers. And they're tiny flowers. Let me see if I can get a good shot of the tiny little flowers here for you. There's a little tiny burr gherkin just starting to form. And they have little minute yellow flowers. There are the little yellow flowers. Little tiny flowers, even smaller than actual cucumber flowers. And they produce tons of flowers. And just tons. And ideally, you would want to trellis these. You really don't want them growing on the ground, just for ease of harvest. Because if they're on the ground, they're a little hard to find the fruits. But if they're on a trellis, you'd find them much more easy. Oh, there's one hiding right down there. Can you see it? But that one's a little big. I like them when they're a little small and they have just delicious, crunchy, nutty cucumber flavor. Let me see if I can find some. You see what I mean about them being a little difficult if they're on the ground? Let's see. Where are you? I'm out here every day harvesting these, so... there's one right there. There's a couple right there. There we go. Can you see it? Perfect. And you can see how they just grow on there. They're called burr gherkins. They're not really spiny. They're bumpy, lumpy. And, it keeps the bugs off the fruit, so those stink bugs don't really get to them. There's a beautiful one right there. Look at that. Gorgeous fruit right there. Is it getting a good shot for you? The West Indian burr gherkin. Super productive. Super easy to grow. No bugs bother me. I'm in Central Florida, guys. The bugs are horrendous. The stink bugs, the caterpillars, the everything, the beetles destroy everything. You can't grow standard squash. You can't grow standard melons. You can't grow standard cucumbers because they're just destroyed. And as you can see, there is nothing, absolutely nothing bothering these plants. If these were standard cucumbers, they'd be covered in powdery mildew, their leaves would be yellow, the bugs would be destroying the fruits. There's just no chance at all to grow standard cucumbers. But these guys are thriving. In fact, they are growing so much that I'm kind of regretting putting them here because they're eating my peanuts and my okra. And they've escaped the fence here and they're heading towards the road. Look at it. And they just keep growing. This was 2 plants, guys. Oh, I have to head out there. Oh gosh, I don't know if you can see it on the camera. There's tons of them out there on the ground. I have to head outside the fence and go get them all. But anyway, this is an amazing cucumber substitute. They're not really cucumbers, though they taste just like them, if not better, and amazing, easily to grow. Easily amazing. I don't know. Work that phrase out. Work that sentence out there, guys. So easy to grow. I actually have a bunch that I picked earlier before I decided to make a video, and I'm gonna go eat those and I'll yak a little more for you. Alright, and here we are to our second must-have cucumber substitute. And I've made other videos on these guys, so I'm not going to spend too long on them. This is Tindora, of course. You know, Coccinea grande is the scarlet gourd. Beautiful plants. They look like ivy, but so amazing. They get loaded with these watermelon looking like fruits right there. Look at those. Just beautiful. And they are so productive. They get tons and tons of these fruits. And like I said, I won't spend too long because I've got other videos on these. Beautiful. Look at those. They get covered in huge white flowers. You can eat the tips on these. The tips taste just like cucumbers. Throw them raw into salads. Throw them into stir fries. And the plants are so vigorous. And bonus, they're perennial. They will come back year after year. You stick them in a pot near a trellis or stick them in the ground on a trellis, and they will just keep growing for you. And you see, also when they ripen up, unlike the gherkins or standard cucumbers, they're still edible when they're ripe. Oh, there's a snail on there. But they go from green and then they turn red, and then they turn bright red, like this right here. And they're actually still edible. They turn super soft and they get nice and sweet. Look at that. Can you see that there? They turn soft and red and super sweet, and they're like a melon. They've got a sweet melony kind of flavor. Super awesome. So you don't lose out on a ripe fruit that's super seedy. And these are parthenocarpic, parthenogenetic, which means they set fruit with no pollination, which means they have no seeds. So you don't have to worry about seeds in your fruit, which is pretty awesome. And they're perennial. The roots are edible, the shoots are edible, the fruits are edible. Truly an amazing crop, and they are beyond productive. You can see all of them over there. Got 2 trellises here. And they're just loaded with food. And again, most important of all, just like the bird gherkins, no bugs really bother these. If these were standard cucumbers, first off, they wouldn't be growing now in the middle of June, and they would be just in a state of being destroyed from the stink bugs and all the beetles and caterpillars. But nope, just keep on growing. And there you go, you can see the little flower right there. They don't need any pollination to set their fruits. And again, I harvest these every day, so there's not too many on here, but they are just so productive. You can see going over there, the flowers are closed for the morning pretty much, but there's one right there somewhere. There's my finger, there's a little flower coming on. And I harvest these every day, just like the gherkins. And they do great on trellises. Just awesome. Look at all those delicious tips. Alright, I'm back, guys. If you've stuck with me this long, thank you. And grow food, guys. This is one of the most important things you could be doing right now. And especially grow some cucumber alternatives. West Indian Burr Gherkins and Tindora. And they taste phenomenal. They taste just like cucumbers, if not better. They definitely are easier to grow than cucumbers. And in my opinion, and not really just an opinion, in fact, they are more productive than cucumbers. The Burr Gherkins will grow all summer, non-stop, but they're not perennial. They'll kind of die back. The Tindora here, which beautiful fruits, look at those, will come back year after year from their perennial root. So even if they die back in a frost, they'll grow back the next year. And you can dig up that root and store it in your cellar or in the house during the winter if your ground freezes. It's so easy to grow. You can grow them in pots and just give them a trellis, and they're beyond productive. The shoots are edible. They're gorgeous with big white flowers. They don't need any pollination. They set fruit, parthenogenically with nothing to pollinate them. They're seedless. And anyway, it's morning. And I'm hungry, so let's start with a Burr Gherkin here. Beautiful fruits, look at that. Gosh, this is good. Super crunchy. And they're nutty. They've got that perfect cucumber flavor, guys. They're so nutty. That wonderful nutty flavor that you find in a perfect cucumber. Just delicious. You can't beat that. You can eat these raw like this, just like normal cucumbers. You can pickle them. They're great for pickling. You can stir fry them up. And then the Tindora here. Look how gorgeous that is. Yep. That one was starting to ripen up some. They ripen from the inside out. I don't want to eat a ripe one. I want to find a nice crunchy one. That's crunchy. But they start getting a little sour when they get ripe like that. It's still 100% edible and really crunchy. But they go from red on the inside like that to red on the outside, and they get super sweet. But I like them when they're cucumber-esque. Not that one either. Oh no, all of them are red. That's okay. Check out my other videos on the Tindora, guys. And beyond delicious. I remember why I left these ones on there now, because I want some red ones to harvest and make some jelly with. But two amazing cucumber substitutes that aren't really substitutes, because they should replace cucumbers in your garden, guys. So thank you for watching. This video got a little longer than I was thinking. Delicious. You can't beat these. The Tindora are super crunchy. That super delicious nutty cucumber flavor. And then, unlike cucumbers, they ripen up into a soft thing that you can use in jellies or sauces. Just beyond delicious, guys. So again, grow food and grow super productive, easy to grow things that you don't have to baby. And you got to baby cucumber sometimes, You don't have to baby these fruits. Don't have to baby the gherkins or the Tindora at all. So get to it, guys. Love you. Thank you for watching. See you later. Hope you like my camera skills. They're not too crappy, right?